How's it going, everyone? NazM45 here with some more Star Trek Online. It's been a while since my last video. It's been about 3 weeks, and I'm sorry, everyone, for that. First off, I'd like to apologize about that. With school getting in the way lately and other stuff, it's been hard to get videos out to you guys, even though I would like to do more than one every other week or so. But anyway, so here we're doing another ship review today. Since I've been actually wanting to do this one for a while. This is Saran's ship. He flies a long-range science vessel refit, or retrofit. I can never remember which one. I don't know why there are two words. Anyway, I've been wanting to do this one for a while. I recently maxed out the best possible build for this ship that I can find or can make, I think. It works pretty well, I find, so we're going to look over that. So let's start with that. Close that. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know why I have so many inventory slots, because I'm a lifer, and also because of the recent update, I got an extra 24 slots of inventory space. I think you get 16 extra slots for bank, but that's beside the point. Anyway, onto the ship review. So, yeah, so retrofit, not refit. So this is the Alpha-Caitian 2, long-range science vessel retrofit. So let's start out with my build here. We got 4 advanced Fleet Andorian phaser beam banks. They have the damage 3 accuracy. Now, if you remember from a video I did a while back that featured Saran's ship, I actually instead had a very different build back then. I had 2 dual beam banks for my 2 beams up here and 2 turrets in the back. I was more of a forward-facing damage dealer in this case, but I decided that I wanted to go for more of a cruiser side flanking kind of thing instead, so I like that. Okay, so for the torpedo here, I have the wide-angle quantum torpedo launcher. You get that from the it's not the long range. I can't remember. It's the one that I did a while back that I can't remember. The assault cruiser refit, the Regent class. It's a pretty good ship. And this torpedo, it's not honestly that special. It's about the equivalent of a Mark 10 rare torpedo, but it has the arc modifier on it, which makes it able to fire at 180 degrees instead of the normal 90, so that's good. And lastly, I have nothing special, just the kinetic cutting beam. Okay, so onto my setup here. I got the adapted Mako positron deflector. This improves my shield, my transfer rate, shield drain, and energy drain, all those different things. It does not, unfortunately, help my flow capacitors, which prevent shield drain from myself, which is unfortunate, but still, that's not terribly bad. I mean, I'll show you my skills in a few minutes, and I'll explain that. I got the adapted Mako impulse engines. Honestly, these engines are not terribly the most amazing things in the world. The main thing I like is they give weapons power. For some reason, they're not showing that right now. They usually give about 5 or 6 weapons power, I think. I don't know why it's not showing that. And it also has the hot restart ability, which is really nice, which means if my engines ever get disabled, they will come back online instantly like that. That is very nice. Okay, so for my warp core, I'm using an advanced Fleet reinforced warp core. I'm not going to go into all those different procs, but anyway, so the main thing that this does, it gives me additional shield power, and it gives me additional auxiliary power. It takes a percentage of my weapons power and gives it to my shields, and it also allows my auxiliary and shield power to go above the base 125, and it comes with a weapons capacitor. And since it's a science ship, that's actually nice, since it comes with a weapons capacitor. So I don't use it all that often, but whenever my weapons are offline, like when I'm fighting Tholians or whatever, that's actually very nice, because when if you remember also, the last time I did a video of Saran, I did not have the retrofit version of the long-range science vessel. I had the refit, which is a captain level ship, and I was fighting it as a as vice admiral. Okay, it's down here. I know it is. There it is. The Bellerophon class. It's the Intrepid. This is a captain one. This is what I was using last time. It comes with the Nadion detonator, which is a really nice console if you like using torpedoes, and especially for escorts. So if you want to tear that out of the ship and put it into another one, that's a great idea. But anyway, I was using this for a while, and I don't really remember where I'm going with this sentence. Anyway, yeah, I have no idea where I was going with that sentence. Nope, that's gone. Okay, on to my shields. So the Fleet Adaptive Covariance Shields. Honestly, in my opinion, these are the absolute best shields in the game. So just look at their stats right now. First off, they come with over 9,000 shield capacity. That's amazing. Now, unfortunately, there's no absorption with these shields, but whatever, that's like 5% anyway. So we got shield regeneration, that's whatever. And then we have the reduces damage to Disruptor, Plasma, and Anti-Proton. So if you're fighting Voth or Borg, these are actually pretty good shields, since they give you a base 15. But these are adaptive shields, so they kind of take after the new Solane shields in a way, even though these were actually made before the Solane set. But anyway, when they're hit, they get a 2% damage resistance charge that lasts for 30 seconds. So honestly, if you're fighting Borg and you're getting shot at a lot, you can actually get up to 35 resistance, which is more than even Mako shields for that matter, and I used to run Mako shields on this. So that's essentially my weapons and gear setup. So onto my devices, I have the Subspace Field Modulator. I use this mainly because it's amazing. It's great. It's a very good damage resistance buff that lasts for 15 seconds. There's, of course, the negative 400 proton resistance rating, but unless you're fighting in PvP where someone's using Protonic Polaron, really doesn't matter. Like, some people think that applies to if someone's using anti-proton, but anti-proton and proton damage are not the same thing. So don't get that confused. Now I have the Nimbus Pirate Distress Call. Okay, we're just going to hold up right there for just a moment, because I know what you're thinking, and I've gotten this complaint many a times in my videos before. There's my ability for Nimbus Pirate Distress Call, and oh, look, it's still there. Yes, I know, I don't have to have it in my devices, but honestly, I do not like using batteries, so there's really not much use for any of these devices slots. If this came with just one slot for my Subspace Field Modulator, I'd be fine with that. So that's why I keep the Nimbus Pirate Distress Call in pretty much every ship I own. I have it in my devices and not actually in my inventory. And the same goes here for the Scorpion Fighters. I think you actually have to have the Scorpion Fighters in your devices slots. But anyway, I have these. I don't really use them often. The only reason this is 49 down here is because I accidentally used it a while back when I was trying to save my butt by using Brace for Impact. But yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't use batteries, and I felt, well, there's one empty slot here, so I might as well use these. Okay, on to my consoles here. So, in engineering, I got an Advanced Fleet, or Enhanced Neutronium Alloy from the Fleet. This is the Mark 12 version, so it gives me about, I think it's 10%, or a little less than 10% extra percentage on all the stats for these. So, I get really good damage resistance. I was noticing that I was pretty soft in this ship, and I didn't like that, so I wanted some more damage resistance, energy resistance, so that's very nice. I have an engineering RCS accelerator. This is only Mark 11 because, well, by the time I bought this, my fleet was not Tier 3 mine, so yeah, I'm not really willing to spend another 50,000 fleet credits to upgrade this by 5%, so yeah. So I have the Universal Assimilated Module here, which is, you know, just a stat booster, which is really good. And it also gives me the 2-part Assimilated set, which gives me the Omega Weapon Amplifier, which gives me a chance to apply to my weapons, which increases my weapons power and my weapons power resistance, which is very nice. Okay, for science consoles, I got the Albedo Generator, and that comes with the Long-Range Science Vessel Retrofit. Now, just one thing I would like to know, that this ship is sort of special, and it's only here because I am a lifer. When you're a lifer, you get a free Tier 5 ship token. Like, as you level up in STO, you know how you get a ship token, like, every 10 levels. Like, you get one when you hit, honestly, I don't remember the ranks, but, like, every 10 levels you get a new ship, but you don't get one for when you hit 50. Well, if you're a lifer, you get one for when you hit 50, and you can choose from one of 3 ships. One of them, I believe, it's not the Dreadnought one. It was, yeah, you can get the Exploration Cruiser, you can get the the Tactical Escort refit, and you can get, and you can get this one. And I chose this one because this was actually the ship I already had, and it was just the better stats that I wanted for Saran. So I chose to use my token and get this. So I got the Alpha-Caitian generator with it, and this thing is nice. This thing is nice. If you're on like 5% health, your shields are down, you're gonna die. You activate this, you save the day. It's good. You're saved with this. This is a really nice ability, and also really looks cool. Watch this. So it like puts all this armor on your ship, which is really cool, and it works for all the different outfits that you can put on your ship. If you noticed, I'm using the Bellerophon outfits for my ship, and not actually the Intrepid that this ship originally comes with. I already had the Bellerophon, so I figured, yeah, why not? I really want the Bellerophon skin. I think it looks a lot cooler than the Intrepid, honestly, especially the nacelles. Anyway, on to the consoles. I also have the point. Sorry, my tongue is very dry. I also have the point defense system, and once again I'm using phasers as my main damage, which I know phasers aren't the best, but I really wanted Endorian phasers just because they look so cool. Like, they're blue. Great reasoning, isn't it? Anyway, so I'm using phasers, and I'll get to my tactical consoles in just a moment. And so I know the point defense system is probably not the best thing out there, but it takes down shields pretty well, and it does really good damage, and it's not affected by weapons power. So it's pure damage you're doing. So it's really good. Now, I also have the Resonance Cascade Modulator here. You get this from the Steam Starter Pack, which is $20 on Steam. I got this a while back, and I have it on pretty much every Federation ship except for one of my new characters, which I have not done a video about yet. I need to do one of him sooner or later, since he has the Endorian Escort. But anyway, I paid $20 for this console. You bet I'm going to be using it. So essentially, it's a console that gives you an ability where you can activate it and it'll reduce your damage to your shields for by 20% for 12 seconds. It's pretty good. And it's team-wide, which is nice. And I also have the console Plasmonic Leech. Now, I got this Plasmonic Leech back when it first came out to Federation players back in the Dominion lockbox. At the time, those were going on the exchange for about $3 million. If you try to buy one of these off the exchange now, they're now going for about $20 million. So yeah, have fun trying to get your hands on one of these now if you're fed. But anyway, they give you extra weapons power, extra shield, auxiliary, engines, any shield, any kind of power it gives you while you're firing, and it stacks. So that's very nice, and I'll explain why that's very nice in just a minute. Now, for my tactical consoles, and this is why I use phasers. These two tactical vulnerability locators, which you get from the new Spire, by the way, in case you were wondering what these were, they are essentially the Fleet version of tactical consoles, where, as you can see, like before, a Mark 12 very rare phaser relay would do 30% more phaser damage. Well, now these do 31.9 phaser damage. And they give you extra critical chance as well. So, really nice. I got 2 of them, so I'm doing about, I think, 60% more damage, which is really nice. And since I changed over to the advanced phaser ones instead of the elite fleet ones I was using, I know that sounds like a terrible idea, but I'm actually doing more damage because the elite fleet ones did not have 4 procs, they only have 3, which is kind of odd. I don't think... Can I show you what those were? Are these the elite ones? Yeah. So here you can see. The elite fleet ones only have damage 2 accuracy, whereas the advanced fleet ones have damage 3 accuracy. So they're doing a little bit more damage. Now the difference between the elite and the Endorians is the elite ones have a chance, besides the phasers, they have a chance to regenerate your shields pretty good, and that's actually really good, but it didn't happen a whole lot by what I could tell, and so I kind of decided to ditch them. And not to mention, it's Endorian weapons. They're blue! They look awesome on this ship. So yeah. Anyway, so that's my ship layout. Now let me just explain about the energy that I was talking about with the Plasmonic Leech. The reason this Plasmonic Leech is so good, and combined with this Warp Core, and the way I have my power set already, Normally when I'm firing, I don't really go below the 100 mark on energy for weapons power. It usually does not go below that. And for shield power, 90% of the time I am well at the 130 mark that my warp core allows me to go to for shields. Auxiliary gets up to about 75, and engines get up to about 50. So this thing is a really good setup for energy, in my opinion. Okay, so now my skills. So I'm not going to waste my breath and just go on about skills forever, so I'm just going to quickly scroll through these so you guys can see all of them and what I got. I don't care if you copy it or whatever. I know some people are like really sensitive about their skills and they're like, oh no, don't look at my skills, it's so private. And I'm like, it's a game. It's not like you're trying to steal my identity. Anyway, so here are my traits. I have accurate, covert, lucky, medical vanguard, peak health, pounce, resilient, and sure-footed. Funny actually, because when I was prepping for this video, I noticed accurate is the only space one I have. Like, all my other ones are ground, which is interesting. But yeah, accurate gives me 10% extra accuracy. So, onto my reputation. Now, we're going to start with Omega here. So, I have the Omega weapon training, which gives me more weapon training. And I have this, which gives me a chance to deal 100% of kinetic damage through directed energy weapons and torpedoes and mines. So it's okay. It's not the best thing out there, but honestly the other one isn't that great either. I don't really like it. Anyway, I also got Tier 5 Nakura, which gives me the refracting Tetron Cascade. This thing is amazing. I have the battery capacitor for auxiliary power configuration, which gives me extra shield performance, structural integrity, and hull plating. And I also have the small 5% hull boost. Now, New Romulus, I have the shield systems, which is also great. And I'm working on getting the Tier 4 Dyson ability, which is the tactical advantage. I still have quite a few days to go, unfortunately. I'm not really working too hard on it. But I also have the 5% damage bonus resistance rating. So, that's all my skills, abilities, all that kind of stuff. Now, for my duty officers here, for space, I have Omet Atan, which gives me 20% chance to improve my recharge time for torpedoes by 4 seconds. And also using Law, which is the same one, but he does by 5 seconds. And so, combined, I get about a 40% chance, and I'm already using the Quantum Torpedo, so it's almost a 50-50 chance that I'll have a reduced recharge time for torpedoes, which is nice. And since it's Quantum one, that's the wide-angle one, it's not the most damaging, so more often I can fire it, that's even better. So I have the Exocomp over here, which doesn't do a whole lot. Like I said, I don't use batteries, but it does increase all my subsystem levels by 5 whenever I use like my weapons capacitor. And that's really the only battery I use. I think that I can't remember if it helps my emergency abilities, like emergency power shields. I don't think it does. But anyway, so I'm also using a sensors officer, which debuffs my enemies when I use it on them by their damage output by 42.9 for 8 seconds, which is, I find that this is actually very noticeable when I'm fighting, and it's very good. And lastly, I have my gravimetric scientist, and unfortunately I can only equip one of these guys per character, but this is amazing. When you're using gravimetric wells, you have a 25% chance in the first 12 seconds to create another one, 20 in the next 14, 15 in the next 16, and 10% in the next 18. Now, the interesting thing about this is that doesn't mean, like, if you miss the first 25% that it won't happen at all. That just means it'll move down to the next 2 seconds for the 20%, and then to the next one. So, I've noticed that it does that really quite often, and I really like this officer, and I use Gravity Well a lot, and for STFs, that's quite amazing. So, yeah, that's pretty much all of my abilities. As you can see, I got Tactical Team here, Fire at Will, Emergency Powered Shields, Engineering Team, I don't remember what this one's called, Transfer Shield Strength, that's what it's called, the Hazard Emitters, Gravity Well. I'm using Tractor Repulsors 3, which is amazing for kinetic damage. I got a regular Tractor Beam, Science Team, Tachyon Beam, and for the useless Ensign Science slot, I have the Polarized Hull. It's a pretty good ability, actually. I don't use it all that often, but when you're fighting the Borg, especially with cubes, and they try to tractor you, that's actually a pretty nice ability. So yeah, that's my entire setup layout for the Alpha-Caitian 2, which is a long-range science vessel. So yeah, now I'm gonna go take this into an STF, show you what it can do, and see you there. Okay, here we are. We're playing ISE, Infected Space Elites. I was wanting to do Kittimer, but no one was doing Kittimer, so we're doing this one instead. And as you can see right up there, I'm doing about 1,000 per shot. And this is with a science vessel, mind you. So, yeah. And also you can see greatly down there my energy levels right now with Plasmonic Leech. So, yeah, it's pretty good, I think, so far. Let's take down this cube. I honestly like the blue Andorian beams a lot. The reason I went with phaser in the first place mainly was because I wanted to try to keep like original to like the series, like, cause you know, well, if you've watched any of my videos, you may have known that Saran's like outfits is from the original series, and I wanted to try to keep to that by using phasers. And Voyager was always one of my favorite series in Star Trek. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I don't know. I like Janeway. I thought she was cool. So I really like the science vessel, and I wanted to stick with phasers, and yeah. So are we doing the 10% rule or what? Because this is a public queue. I don't know how experienced these guys are. Okay, it looks like... Well, someone's using the... I don't know. Never mind. Like, don't judge a person by their ship. Okay, looks like we're blowing them all up. Okay, good. It actually looks like people know what they're doing. I'm happy about this. Okay, I'm going to use my photonic capacitor. Grab it some help. I actually find that the photonic fleets is actually really good. Okay, I'm going to use this, and yeah, use that. And if you're just looking at the damage that's doing right now, that's really good. And the one other problem, though, is that it draws a lot of aggro. But that's fine. Because, like, these fleet shields can handle it, honestly. Okay, I think I'm being shot by the gate. Oh, no, I'm being shot by the other probe. Well, as soon as I'm done with this one probe here, I'm going to go use my handy-dandy refracting Tetryon Cascade on all of these guys, since it's so fun to watch them all get electrocuted. Okay, that's a little more aggro than I was wanting. Okay, my ship is being assimilated. This is not going good. It's fine. It looks like just that guy is targeting me. It's fine. It's fine. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Took a little bit of a fall there. I got a little cocky, but I'm good. I'm doing good. Nope, no, you're not. Okay, yeah, you are. Okay, you are leaving apparently. So I'm gonna heal my shields up in the meantime. Get some heals on. Since I'm not being attacked, really. Oh, I thought I was firing. You see, this is why I like having my bar for weapons and everything over here, because I can see just what I'm shooting. Like, I get confused a lot when craziness in space is going on, and I don't know when I'm shooting, or if I'm shooting for that matter, so having something to show me that my weapons are firing, I really like that. Okay. Oh, my thing. Oh, well. That guy using a... That's an Orion ship, isn't it? Okay. I don't know. Okay, let's start taking out these guys. Oh, that's a slaver. Oh, okay. I was wondering, what's that little thing flying around? I didn't recognize it for a second. You know, this... I think that's a slaver. Is that a slaver? It's a... I can't target it. Oh well. Oh no, it might be a slaver. Okay, that one's 20. Okay, I'm gonna start taking that down. Since it looks like... Am I experiencing lag? No. Just no one's firing. Okay. Okay, what are we doing? Are we blowing them? Yeah, we're blowing... Okay, we're going... Okay, that one's gonna be dead in just a second. Dead. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to use my... No, I might as well use it. Save my, my fire at will for just another few seconds. Some heals there. Okay. Yeah, you're being tractored, and no, I won't attack you on you. Next. Oh, good. The ship, that sphere exploded right under his belly. That's good. Okay, let's get these next guys. Now, unfortunately, my refracting Tetryon Cascade is not recharged at the moment. Otherwise, I would use that again. I'm kind of sad that with one of the new updates, they changed the time from cooldown from 3 minutes to 5. So that is kind of sad, but oh well. And like you can see there, that guy just tried to drain my shields. It doesn't really do much of anything, which is really nice. Despite the fact that I don't really have a whole lot extra in flow capacitors through my deflector dish, since it's the adapted one, but nonetheless, it still works really well. And just so you know, if I'm getting that wrong, if my deflector dish actually does have things to my flow capacitors and I didn't notice it, then that's my fault. I'm sorry, I didn't read it right. But you know what? Actually, I'm gonna do that. Okay. And I'm gonna let's get some science team in here and a proton capacitor. And in just a moment, I'm gonna activate my repulsors now. I love watching the damage go by on the screen with these guys. I'm lagging pretty... Wow. Ow. I'm getting about 15 frames a second. I'm getting 10 frames a second. That's... Okay, it's 15 something. Huh, that was weird. I love... But like I was saying, I love watching the damage with this ship. It's amazing. Yeah, right at the end there, he was trying to target me. Okay, it's onto the cube now. Provided I can actually look at it. Okay, ow. Why laggy frame rate? Okay. Not sure what that was about. Sorry about the cut right there. Had to stop and start it. Okay, let's get these guys down. Sub-nuke him. And I'm gonna get some weapon capacitor in there. Also gonna use my fermion. That's not fermion field. What is this? I forget what this is called all the time. Scattering field. Well, maybe I'll just throw an attack team since I'm not being targeted. I'm gonna tractor him. I don't like him moving around. Yeah, I'm not gonna use my sensor scan. 5 frames a second. Lovely! I don't know why Fraps does this now and then. It like gets mad at me like, you're recording more than 30 minutes! I don't know why it does that. Anyway, attack cube's dead in 3, 2, 1, there we go. And just gonna do that because I'm too lazy to run away. Okay, so that was lagging. Okay, so that was infected space on elites. Just an example to show you guys just what the long-range science vessel retrofit can do. That the way I have it laid out, I think it works pretty well. So, thank you all for watching, and see y'all next time.